nothing at all. Thank you.
I'm not sure if you know what compost is, but it's basically rotting organic material, and that's the basis of all what plants thrive from. Their soil needs to be alive. If you were to plant something in sand, it would never grow. So we're trying to make our soil seething with life, bacteria, microorganisms, worms, any type of thing that would live in soil, your plants will live in and they'll thrive in it. So what we're doing here is we're trying to build our own sufficient amount of compost that we can use every year to replant and rebuild the soil, because the soil in Muskegon isn't the best. When we started here, it was literally gray, dust, sand, whatever you can find, and beer caps and broken glass. That was it. That's what we had to plant with. So this right behind us is a lasagna style compost heap. And what we're doing is cooking right now. And by cooking, it means it's sitting. If you were to crack that open or stab something into it, steam, smoke would come out. It would smell horrible. It's turning into black gold. So what it is, lasagna style, is that we put layer after layer after layer of different organic waste. So we have hay, we have leaf, we have composted grass clippings, we have anything you can imagine. We put brewer's waste in, we put any of our plants from the garden in here, and anything else we can find that's organic. No, we don't. We're going to be working on that in our vermicomposting bins, which is down here. We're starting. Yeah, sure. So what we're doing down here, okay, so this is cooking. This black pile right here is actually finished material, and it's not ours. We haven't gotten to that stage yet where we've actually cooked an entire batch down. This is from Sears, Michigan. It's called Dairy Do, and it's probably the best compost you could put anywhere in your garden. It has a silly name, but it's great compost. It's what makes all of our plants flourish around here. It's what makes our tomato plants grow 10 feet tall. So that's what we're hoping this is going to turn into, and we can keep doing this year after year. Leaves, grass clippings, anything they want. Anything that's organic waste.
Bring it over they bring it over and dump it, or is this locked up so they can't?
Well, when I'm working here, which is pretty much every single day, 9 to 3, you can come over here and you can dump wherever. I'll find a spot and we'll start building compost. So compost is like the biggest thing that you need in a garden. So so that's what we're working on. And yeah, like I said, we're going into vermicomposting too, hopefully soon, which is basically building the same thing, but putting layers of newspaper in between and layers of screen, and then putting in like 10,000 redworms into each bin. And then after a week, it's turned into worm castings, which is the most beautiful thing you could ever plant anything into. Is worm castings. It's just rich, thick, black mud, and you plant into that. You can plant anything into it. You could plant a boot in it and it would grow. So it's amazing. So yeah, that's our composting project. You're inside of our hoop house right now, which is a 100-foot by 30-foot wide high tunnel hoop house. It lets us grow year-round, straight through the winter. The sides completely go up and down depending on the weather. If we need to roll them down in case of wind, we don't want the hoop house to blow away. It'll keep it from blowing away. In the winter, the double layer of inflated plastic actually keeps the hoop house warm enough so that the plants under their blanket, we stretch a blanket all the way across this, under their blanket they won't die. They'll basically hibernate. And depending on how cold it gets, they either will just stay alive or will just not grow whatsoever. But if we even get one little warm spell, they jump back to life, they grow. So what you're seeing right now is our summer crop, which is basically, it's part spring, part summer. A lot of the things that are planted right here on the edges were planted recently because we just finished our tool shut-up back. So we're now able to plant from end to end all year long. We're transitioning from a lot of greens that are prevalent in the spring. So right now we have peppers, we have broccoli, we have kale, we have chard. Tomatoes are growing like crazy. All these are all heirloom variety tomatoes. So we have Quasterly, which is some of the biggest tomato on the planet. Then we have our ever popular Sun Golds, which are these orange ones. And if you guys want a snack on them when you're walking by, it's like eating candy. They're really delicious. So, these plants are eventually going to reach probably to the tops of their ropes. And Yep, they like the compost. They like the hoop house is an amazing place to grow plants. It really allows us to really utilize plant growth. So, go ahead, Justin.
Well, hello everybody. My name is Justin Spearman. Basically, one of my experiences here was just the fact that, well, in the wintertime, like around December, I got a call basically saying that I was going to be working here, and I was thinking, well, that seems like it'd be impossible because I didn't know that you can grow during like any type of season. And I got here, and we had like a lot of greens growing at the time. Like he pulled back the frost blanket, and it's kind of surprising. I've been working here ever since, what was it, after Christmas?
Right around February, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know, it just showed me that, like, basically, with type of technology, like, high tech, low tech, whatever, like, you can basically do anything.
Jeremy, would you like to say a few things?
Yeah.
Hello, my name's Jeremy. I think I've been with the greenhouse for about 2.5 months, maybe. And when I first came in, let's say it didn't look nearly nothing like this. Everything was pretty much just planted. So I found out all the hard work it took to get these little plants up to the potential that they could have, you know. And I don't know, it taught me a lot about hard work. Because this is hard work. Manual labor all day. Oh yeah. I feel stronger when I wake up in the morning, like, yeah.
Oh, and by the way, everything here is organic. We don't use pesticides or anything. And we, like, when we weed, we hand pick and we use, what is it called? Scalpel hose?
What's that?
The hose that we use?
Scuffle hose, yeah.
Scuffle hose, yeah.